guys, welcome back to Beauty Chats with Brittany. Let me know if you like that little catchphrase. What do you, I don't know, whatever you would call that. Let me know if you like it. Anyways, today we are going to be doing my updated Shop My Stash. I posted a video a little over a week ago where I showed you guys stuff I had pulled out from my everyday makeup drawer, and since then I have updated it because when I did post that video I'd already been using the products for about a week. So at this point it was like hitting a 2-week mark and I was ready to try out some new stuff. If you're not familiar with this kind of video, this basically is me showing you guys what I've pulled out of my makeup collection to continue to use. So I do have some products that are holy grail products, but I don't keep them in my everyday makeup collection because I like to cycle stuff out so that I can continue to use them. When I filmed my previous video, I did do it on my phone and I was showing you the actual like acrylic container that I keep my products in. Today we're going to be normal setup and I'm just going to be showing you the products because since I do film on my phone, I didn't like how it made the black edging on the side. So yeah. Also I did film a update on all of those products that I did pull out and use, but I ran into some issues with my phone running out of storage when it said that I still had some left over, and I ended up having to factory reset it. I thought I had those videos backed up, but I didn't, so I lost that footage. If you guys are interested in me making a video giving you the rundown on everything that I had pulled out and what I thought of it, whether I'm keeping it, whether I still like it, let me know. Because I want to film it. It just didn't work out this time. But if it's something you do or don't want to see, let me know if it is. I think it would be helpful because I could give you a whole bunch of reviews in one video, but it's up to you guys. Just let me know. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. Per usual, I'm going to have YouTube playing in the background because I just need background noise. You're also going to hear the dogs walking around. I apologize if they bark in this video for whatever reason today. There's a lot of people walking by and they have to bark at everyone. There's also the washer running in the background, which it's several rooms away, but you can probably still hear it. But I'm multitasking. I got a lot of stuff to do today. So anyways, let's get started. So first thing we're going to talk about is foundation, just because it's what I have sitting right in front of me. The very first one that I pulled out is the Juvias Place I Am Magic Velvet Matte Foundation. I pulled this one out just because I did say in a previous video that I didn't like it the first time I used it, but I want to keep using it to find out if that's still the case. This is actually the foundation that I have on today. And I feel like it still looks really dry, just like it did on that first video. Not as dry, it's more manageable. But before I give up on this, I wanted to try it a few times, so I did pull it out to use it. Next, we have the Too Faced Do You Full Coverage Foundation. This is in the shade Vanilla. I also pulled this out because I wanted to try and use it some more. I like that it has the pump and it's not the squeaky tube. I just think it's less messy. I feel like they're about to bark because there's someone getting ready to walk past. I pulled this out because I've only used it once or twice and I want to keep seeing if I like it. First impressions, this was okay. It is a dewy finish, it is a medium coverage, and it does have a smell to it that I'm not a fan of. So typically with these kind of like Shop My Stash things, I do pull out something that I need to try, and then I pull out one that I know that I like, and that's this. This is the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. I have mine in the shade Duville. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. This is one of my favorite foundations. It's been so long since I've used it because I have so much foundation, guys. It's ridiculous. So I wanted to pull this out to use. If this would be good, if I'm going somewhere where I know I need my foundation to last a long time, I can go for this. Whereas these two, like, I'll probably wear to work just because if they break up on my face, it's not the end of the world. But yeah, I really like this. I've actually made pretty good progress on it. The line's right here, but I just recently shook it up. That's why it looks like it's full, but I promise it's been used. Okay, next I guess we're going to move on to primers, which maybe I should have started with this first, but that's fine. The first primer I have is the Cover FX Gripping Primer. I also used this in a video for the first time. This is like one of those primers that's like a jelly texture, and it like is sticky when you use it. It says it's a unique jelly texture that creates a smooth glass-like finish on the skin and grips makeup for flawless application and long wear. Perfect for all skin types. And it says it's vegan, free of parabens, gluten, mineral oil, fragrance, talc, sulfates, and phthalates, if that's how you pronounce it. I've used it only once, so I pulled this out so that I could keep using it to see if I like it. The only thing that I'm worried is that this is going to make me break out because it's so thick, but we'll see. Next primer I have is the NYX Angel Veil. This is one of my favorites. I am literally starting to fold it in half in order to get any product out, so I do just want to make some progress on this as far as using it. This is actually the primer that I did use today with a Juvias Place foundation. Next, for eyeshadow primer, I have the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion in the shade Eden. I've never used this, that's why I decided to take it out so I could use it. I had the Urban Decay Primer Potion in the original shade and I didn't like it, so hopefully this one's better. And then I do have a little sample size in here of the Dior Backstage Face and Body Primer. I've used this probably 3 or 4 times and I really like it each time that I use it. It's just one of those things where the sample size is big enough that I feel like I need to use it up and I can actually test the product to see if it's worth purchasing, so I wanted to use it today, just because I'm going, in August, I'm trying to go on a no-buy until like the middle of August. So in August, I know that I'm going to be able to buy some makeup, so I'm trying to figure out like what it is exactly that I'm going to want to purchase. If you guys have any recommendations, let me know down below. Moving on to concealer and brows. For concealer, I have the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer in the shade Chantilly. I had this pulled out in my previous Shop My Stash, but I wanted to leave it out because I feel like I barely got to use, I didn't use it as much as I wanted to, so we left this out. We also left out the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. This is in the shade Fair. I left this guy out because I'm so close on being almost done with this that I'm just ready to be done with it, so I'm trying to use it. And then we also have the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Breakout Corrector in the shade Fair. I've used this before and I really like it. This is better for spot concealing than it is for under eye, just because it doesn't give as much coverage as I like, but I wanted to make some progress on it. For brows, the next thing I have is the Benefit Foolproof Brow Powder. This is in the shade 3. This is what I used on my brows today, and I really like it, except for the fact that I feel like it's a little bit harder to blend. But so far, so good. We have the L'Oreal Havana Brow Gel. I talked about this in a recent video. I mainly just pulled this out to see if I can make it work. If I can't, then I'm probably going to end up getting rid of it. We've got the Anastasia Brow Gel, Dip Brow Gel in the shade Soft Brown. I really enjoy this, and I left it out from my previous Shop My Stash because I wanted to use it some more. And then finally for brows, we have the Anastasia Brow Wiz in the shade Soft Brown. I don't think I've ever actually used a Brow Wiz, even though I have some in my collection, but I had them still in the box. So I'm assuming I got them on sale or something, and I just needed to try it. So that's it for the first drawer. The second drawer holds powders and bronzers. So the first powder that I pulled out to use was the Dermablend Professional Loose Setting Powder. This is in the original shade. This is the powder I used to set my face today. I wonder if maybe that's also what made my Juvias Place foundation so dry, because this just does feel like really dry and not smooth. It feels like kind of gritty, like it's not as finely milled as like my Laura Mercier powder. And I don't really love the color. I don't really like that it's stark white. I feel like it just makes me look too pale and like give too much of a flashback. So we just took this out, so we're gonna keep trying it, but I don't know, as of right now I'm not crazy about it. Next powder I have is the Too Faced It's Banana Setting Powder in the shade Banana Cream. This is more of like a brightening powder, I would say. I don't think I would necessarily use this to set my whole face. You probably could if you wanted to, but you're just going to have that banana tone. But I do really like using this to like brighten up my under eye or to chisel out my contour, so I did pull this out to use, and this was a recent purchase, so I wanted to keep using it. And then we have the Maybelline Superstay Full Coverage Powder Foundation. This one is in the shade Classic Ivory. Same thing for this one. I've used it in the first impressions that I posted recently, and I liked it in that video for the most part, but I wanted to keep using it to see if I still liked it. So it's a fairly new product to me, and I just wanted to try it out some more. Ugh. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm so tired. I drank like 3 cups of coffee and I feel like it's just not doing anything. Okay. Next for bronzer. So very first one I have is the Morphe Brontour. This is supposed to be a bronzer and a contour in the shade Frenemy. You can see where I've swatched it. I would not use this as a contour. This would be strictly a bronzer for me. From what I can remember, I'm having a brain fart. From what I can remember when I did use it, I did like this, but it's been a while since, so I wanted to try it again. Next bronzer we have is the Milani Silky Matte Bronzer. This is in the shade 03. This is also a recent purchase. I have another Silky Matte Bronzer, but it's in a lighter shade, and I bought this one that was deeper. So I wanted to try it and see if I like the color. So far, I think I do, but we'll see. And then the next bronzer I have is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Powder Bronzer in the shade Saddle. I went in with this today on the darker parts of my contour to deep it up. This is so pigmented. This is like a bronzer that if you're not careful, you can like muddy really fast, I feel. So yeah, just from using it today, that's what I can say about it. I feel like this isn't a bronzer where I want to pull out to use. Like there's a lot of bronzers where I gravitate towards and I have to stop myself from pulling them out to use because I need to try something different. This is one that I feel like gets lost. So I need to figure out why that is. I think it might just be because it's so pigmented and it scares me, but we're gonna try it and try it and find out. Okay, lastly for bronzer I have the Jouer. Why is that wet? That's scary. This is the Jouer Bronzing Duo in light to medium. So we have this one's in the shade Suntan and this one's in the shade Sunlight. You can see me recording there. Hey. Sorry, that was weird. I think that I like this, but I do remember it not being as pigmented as I wanted it to be. So that's how we're pulling it out to use it to see if I still think that, to see if I like it, to see what's going on. But yeah, we'll see. That's what the point of this shop my stash thing is. So that's it for the second drawer. Next we have blushes and bronzers. So blushes I was kind of not boring, but I pulled a bunch of the same kind of ones out. So I recently hauled all of the Colourpop Kathleen Lights, their new blush collaboration, and these are the only blushes that I pulled out to use just because I just recently got them and I really do want to use them. So I think I'm gonna have to write down like a sticky note what the name of each of these shades are, because right now the only way to find it is by taking this out of here and reading the back. So I don't love that. But this one's in the shade I Need Space. And then we have, I think this one's in the shade Lunar Has It. Yep, this one is in the shade Lunar Has It. This is the blush that I used today. And then we have the shade So Retrograde. I'm trying to double check and make sure I'm telling you guys the right shade names. Yeah, this one's in the shade So Retrograde. This is such a like intense like orange gold shimmery blush. I'm really excited to try that more. And then lastly we have my Moon and Stars, I think. These are so hard to get out. Sorry, I'm trying. My Sun and Stars. This is like a corally gold shimmer one. I featured these in a video too, and as like a first impression, I did really like them when I used them, but I only got to use them once, so I wanted to keep using them. Okay, highlighters. We have this CoverGirl trueblend Super Stunner highlighter in the shade of Pearl Crush. This is the highlighter I'm wearing today. This is also a newer to me product, and I super like it so far, so we'll see. So far, so good. We've got the Colourpop Super Shock Cheek in the shade Scrumptious. This is a super pretty pinky toned highlight. Hold that guy out. And then lastly, I had this in my previous Shop My Stash, but I just feel like I didn't use it that much, so I wanted to keep it out. This is the Smashbox Casey Holmes collaboration. This is their Spotlight palette in the shade Pearl. Okay, so that's it for the third drawer. We got one more drawer left and then palettes to talk about. So, the fourth drawer in here is lip products and single eye products and like mascara and stuff. I used up my Better London Double Decker lashes. It actually ended up drying out on me. So right now, this is the only mascara that I have, the Benefit Bad Gal Bang. With mascaras, I typically only really buy ones that I know that I like, just because I just prefer to do that. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I keep yawning. I do need to try some more though and get out of my comfort zone, but that's in here. And then I have two of the Kathleen Lights Colourpop pigments. This one's in the fish and this one's in the crab. I have these pulled out just because I was drawn to these colors and I want to use them. And then we have the Stila eyeshadow in the shade Kitten. This is so old. I used to be obsessed with this eyeshadow. So we are just trying to figure out if I still am. So like I said, it's the point of these videos. And then I have the L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadow in the shade Amber Rush. This is such a stunning color. I recommend this to anybody. It's so inexpensive. It's so pretty. I love it. So I pulled it out so I could keep using it. And then we have two new-ish products to me. These are the CoverGirl Exhibitionist Liquid glitter eyeshadows. These shades are really dark, so I'm kind of worried that I'm not going to be able to like incorporate these, because this is basically black and this is really dark purple. I hauled one of these in a first impressions video, maybe, I can't remember. That was like a golder tone and I really ended up liking it. Oh, it was the video where I did the purple and the gold eyeshadow look, the halo eye. The gold glitter was one of these and I really liked it, so I went and bought these, and I bought these two colors because I had Stila liquid glitter eyeshadows that looked like colors that these already came in, and when I got home and swatched these looked really sheer, so hopefully they will apply better on the eyes than they did on my hand. Okay, next we have lip products. So very first lip products I pulled out are these M Cosmetics, what are these called? These are like their liquid lipsticks. They're like the Infinite Lip Cloud or something. There's like oil or something I don't know where that's coming from, but I pulled these out to use because it's been a minute. I have the shade Rose Nude, French Nude, and Muted Mauve. Muted Mauve is probably the one that I would use the most. It would actually look really pretty with this look, but yeah, pull these out to use. I remember liking them when I used them the first time I got them, but it's been a while, so I just need to do like an update to find out if I still like them. We have the Maybelline Vivid Hot Lacquer Lip Glosses. These are in the shade, we've got Charmer and Too Cute. These are such good lip glosses if you guys need some from the drugstore. They're super pigmented and super glossy, a little bit on the thicker side, but I really like them, so I pulled those out to use. And then I've got two MAC lipsticks. This one is from their Powder Kiss collection in the shade My Tweety. This is like an orangey brown kind of shade. It definitely has a warm undertone to it. It's a nude color. Decided to use that. And then one of my favorite MAC lipsticks I pulled out is the shade Honey Love. This is such a good nude lipstick from MAC. I believe this is, yeah, it's a matte formula. So pretty. One of my favorites if you need a good MAC matte nude lipstick. I highly recommend Honey Love. And then we have two Maybelline lipsticks. These are both a matte formula, and I think these are also both from like their nude collection. So this like more like corally pinky one is in the shade Honey Pink. I don't know if you can see that color. And then we have another, this is like a rosy color in the shade Almond Rose, which this one looks like I've used it quite a bit, but yeah, we're gonna give those a go and see if we still like them. And then, sorry, I have a lot of lip products. I left out the Colourpop Aerial lipstick from my previous Shop My Stash just because I felt like I didn't use this that much the last time I had it out. So we left this one out to use. We also left out the Huda Beauty Liquid Matte Lipstick in the shade Trendsetter. I have this all over top of a really dark lip liner from BH Cosmetics. So far I think I like this, but it smells like they tried to put a good smell in the lipstick, but it like just is off. Like it smells like this needs to be thrown away, but I know I've not even had this for like 6 months yet, so I don't love that. But and then lip gloss wise, I have this MAC lip gloss. This is in the shade Holiday Miracle. Pretty sure this was like a kit I got during Christmas time, so I don't even know if this is available anymore, but it's like this corally nudie pinky color. Super pretty. And then I also have Colourpop Kathleen Light's Moonchild. This is the gloss I'm wearing on my lips today. This is I don't know why, I can see why she raves about it other than the fact that it's her own lip gloss, but this is so pretty. I'm gonna put some more on. It's just like the perfect like nude gloss. I just love it. And then we have the Fenty Beauty Unattached Stunna Lip Paint. This is like a pinky coral. It's more pink than anything. It's got a little bit of coral in it, I'd say. I have this color along with her red, mauve, and like peachy nudie color in this formula. This is just newish to me, so I wanted to pull it out and use it. I don't really know where I'm gonna wear it, but that's okay, we'll figure it out. Okay, that's it for lip products. So, very last thing that we're going to talk about is going to be palettes. So, typically with palettes, I try and pull out some eyeshadow palettes. One that's new to me and one that I haven't used in a while. And then some face palettes. Looking at this now, I kind of wish I would have chosen a different face palette because I already have so many bronzers. And the face palette I got out is just bronzers. But that's okay. So, first eyeshadow palette that I have is the Huda Beauty Amethyst Obsessions palette. This isn't the palette that I used on my eyes, although it looks like it could be. But I really, thus far, have enjoyed her Obsessions Little Mini palettes. I'm not a huge fan of her bigger palettes. I just feel like they don't perform as well. But I pulled this out so I could get some more use out of it, even though it looks like it's been used and abused. That's okay. Next eyeshadow palette, and this is actually the eyeshadow palette I'm wearing on my eyes today. This is the Morphe 35H palette. I think before this video goes up, the video is going to go up on where I like the shades that I used to make this look. So far, I do really think that I like this. I haven't had it for very long, and I've only used it this one time, so time will tell. But I love the range of colors in it. The only thing that I did struggle to try and come up with something, which I feel like that a lot of the time that may just be like me, but these 2 rows, almost these 3 rows over here on this side are pretty much all shimmer. And then on these, like on the rest of the palette, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mattes, and they're all kind of warm toned. Except for this looks a little bit like gray. And I feel like if you're gonna go in with some of these shades over here, you need the colors to be a little bit neutral or at least cool toned. So that kind of throws me off. That's why today, like, I just went with the easiest option and stuck with like the purples and did like a purpley smoky look. I do really want to try and use this blue somehow, but I don't know. I'm gonna need to take more time to figure out how I'm gonna use it. So, but other than that, it performed really well. I feel like the look turned out really well, blended easily. If you watch that video, you can see me applying it, and if you want to make the decision for yourself, you can. Okay, final thing, and the face palette that I pulled out is the Tarte Park Avenue Princess Chisel palette, or the contour palette. This is what it looks like. I use this today for my bronzer, along with deepening it up with that Anastasia bronzer, and I feel like it looks a little patchy. Like you can kind of see right here where like it looks splotchy, and I don't know if it's because of this or it's because I layered the Anastasia bronzer on, because both with this and the Anastasia bronzer, I'm not sure how I feel about. So we're going to keep using this. I do like how this has different shades of contour colors in it, so just depending on like what you want, you have different options. I need to try these more to see if I like them. It would be nice if this would be comparable to my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, which I still... Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I need a nap or something. My Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, which I still have and I still love and I still adore. I think I would just rather find something else to use, given all that's happened. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. Alright, that's it, guys. That's it for what I have in my Shop My Stash acrylic cube. Let me know if you guys prefer me just like sitting here holding the products up and talking about them, or if you would rather me show them to you in the cube, like where I flip the camera around. I just feel like when I filmed that last time, it looked a little, I don't know, I didn't love it. Let me know too if you want me to do a video where I update you as far as how these products perform. Other than that, I keep yawning. But that's going to be it for me. Video coming on this eyeshadow look if you guys want to see how I got it. But other than that, yeah, I hope you guys have a great day wherever you are, whatever you're doing. I will see you next time, and that's it. Bye.